a little bit why we're here. We're live now. Oh my goodness. Hi, Michelle already said hello. Hi, Michelle. Um, David, hi. Um,
Hi, Debbie. You were telling me about your book. It's a very exciting moment.
yeah, I don't even think I have a picture of it. But anyway, you guys, my book 3 in the series, Deborah O'Hara, The Past Lives of Deborah O'Hara, published today. Yeah, it was a lot of like staying up last night. The Kindle hit, and then we had to wait till this morning. And finally, hi, Linda and YouTube. Finally, that went ahead and hit. So paperback, hardcover, and I'm not prepared with any links, but you can get on Amazon or order it at Barnes and Noble, whatever you want to do. And Linda, we're going to do readings in just a bit. But how cute is that? A unicorn? I can't see it. It's so tiny, but cute little. I love the profile picture. Well, let's bring it up. Let's show it. Here you go.
Oh,
Isn't
that's
that cute?
cute. I like that.
I do too. It's so cute.
Wow.
Um, I'm going to put you down, Linda, and we'll kind of look at money and see what's going on. I have a lot of people that ask me about, winning in contests and stuff. And one lady was so sure that she was going to win this big, national contest. She was very disappointed when I took the cards, and I was like, no. So, but I'll tell you if there's a windfall or not. Absolutely. So we'll do that.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. We all want to win, don't we, Debbie? And
Well, that's manifesting, right, Linda?
yeah.
You just, manifest in. Now, I have a client that told me she won on a scratcher ticket, and she said that she manifested it. She told me how she did it, and she said she spoke it into being. That she had a convo with God, and she just said, she got in a higher vibration, and she said, I really, this is what I'll do with the money. She got all excited and all of that, and they ended up going to the store, and she was looking. She said, I'm not breaking a 20 to gamble. And her kids, her girls said, no, mom, we probably have a couple dollars. And she goes, oh, I found a couple dollars. So she put it in, bought a scratcher ticket. They didn't win anything on theirs, and they went home and she forgot about it. Well, at some point she went and looked at it, and it won $1 million. And
Wow.
she
Wow.
said, I spoke that into being. I talked to God. I got it in that higher vibration. And I say, when there's miracles, especially if it was in a church or something like that, they tend to have music that gets higher and louder and louder and louder. The crowd gets more excited, and then we see miracles happen. So I do believe that when we can get ourselves into that higher vibration, that we can, probably a good way to get what you want to manifest or to heal people and things like that. So
I,
definitely,
I have a
let me know.
question on that because I feel like it's such a fascinating topic because the question really is between free will and destiny, or between I would say the question there would be, can we overcome our karma, our destiny, our fate? I think there's a lot of leeway, and I think that's the answer. There's a kind of you may be a person who's just going through a lot of stuff, and you cannot quite get something happening, and it just feels like there's an endless list of obstacles that keep coming at you. But we can always have the possibility to overcome that kind of thing, overcome karma, shift the energy, get a blessing from the angels, get a blessing from God. Um, and some people have it in their destiny as well. So some people, it's just they're destined to pick the right card or whatever it is.
My take is slightly different. I work with God and angels and all the other side and all that, but I also do the law of attraction, which I think is energy. And it is attracting it, it's commanding it, it's putting it out there and having it come in. And all the time, David, I do it all the time. And it all comes in. So I know it works. First time I did it, I manifested using the law of attraction. I didn't believe in it. I said, "Are you crazy? You just tell the universe what you want and you get it." And this was a little tipsy woman, young lady at a party. And I thought, I don't think so. But I got desperate and I went ahead and said, "I don't believe in it, but here goes." And I did it. And exactly what I asked for came in. And that's when I was hooked. I did it again and it came in, and I keep doing that. And
I think this is such a great conversation on quite a subject, because so many people are interested, and I think I interrupted you. Sorry, Debbie.
okay.
I'll let you keep talking. I
don't care. It's fine.
I just had a quick thought when I was manifesting, because I found the book Manifest Your Destiny. That was in a secondhand bookshop, and I was like, oh my God. And I remember studying this book, and it was an amazing book. And what I found was that I was projecting my desire onto everything, and then I was confused. It didn't seem to be coming back how I expected. And then, do you know what I mean? I just remember I really wanted to be partnered up. I really wanted a girlfriend and it hasn't been something that I've always manifested, but I wanted a girlfriend. And so every girl I was meeting, I was kind of projecting that energy onto her, and then it could create a bit of tension.
Yeah,
you know what I
back
mean?
to free will
It's like forcing the universe,
Yeah.
the universe.
Okay.
So I believe the surrender aspect is really important, letting go and not expecting, because that's a good example, because I'm looking at every girl and thinking, is this the one? Is this the one? Is this the one?
No. Okay. When I manifested 2 times, I manifested partners to come in. And exactly what I asked for came in. And why I had to do it twice is the first time I didn't know what I was doing. So anyway, they have free will, and you leave it up to the universe or angels, whoever. They can go find that person based on what you tell them you want. And you don't, you just say, I tell everybody, please just do it one time, put it out there and let them take care of it and give it some time. But yeah, you wouldn't be seeing every single person. Otherwise, I wonder if the angels, or I wonder if the universe brought that person in. That's okay. But we can't, projecting on, they have free will, and they may not be the one that was selected. So yeah, it worked really well for me. And that's the first thing I ever did. And it was so incredibly crazy that everything I asked for in that guide came in 14 days. So anyway, I let him go. And then I remanifested in 14 days. That guy came in, every single thing I asked for. So, but you have to be careful what you ask for. To me,
and I also think it's important to, you said you mentioned that, and I was thinking about money, and I was thinking sometimes I've manifested money and then I've sort of lost it or I've spent it. So start again, keep going. Do you know what I mean? You do manifest money, and then you can go easily spend it, or do you know what I mean? So,
well, you know what the thing was what you manifested was the money. So I also want to say, please share the show so we can get some people in here and do some readings later.
Yeah, I'd be interested to hear about manifesting experiences, if people have had experiences. If
what you guys manifest in. Let me tell you what my son did. My son with money. He wanted some money to come in because he was going to, I call it the mousetrap. It's called Disneyland. And it was $60 back then. And what he did is he said, I really want to find lost money, $60 on the ground, and that will pay for my ticket. And at Disneyland, it doesn't. We always turn money in, but somewhere in Disneyland on the road, So they were on a road, and they parked, and they opened the thing, and there was $60 on the ground.
And that is ultra specific. It couldn't be more specific.
Yeah. I'm not going to say how much, but I manifested an incredible amount of money for someone, and it came in. And I'm not going to say it was so much money, and it did take accumulate immediately, and then months, and it was just amazing. But I tell people you can ask for anything, and energy doesn't have judgment, and this might be something that you differ on with me, but I go, when we're working with energy, we're working with the energy out there. It's broken down all the way, and we're going to use it, and we can manipulate it. And I do it all the time. And so, I do feel like there's no judgment. Go ask for it. But you have to be careful. And there's
Yeah.
rules to it that I found out. So with you, it would be just tell the universe what you want to come in, and let them do it, and not ask more than that one time. And so there's all kinds of little, some little rules about it. But other than that, there's plenty of different ways to manifest. We love our vision boards and all of that.
I
And
think 3D, there's also 3D, 5D, 3D, 4D, 5D. There's different dimensions. And I think also that's the 5D, I would say, is more unlimited than the 3D. The 3D has its gravity, has its more of a limited perspective. And a lot of us are sort of crossover between 4D, 5D, 3D. We cross into different dimensions. So this is really interesting because you can have a conversation and you can be in 5D and the other person can be in 3D. So different dimensions are meeting each other. And manifesting is more from the 5D perspectives when
okay.
anything is possible.
Oh yeah.
So we can overcome the limitations of the 3D. And when you go into spirituality, you realize that the limitations are it's a prism through which we program, through which we see the world. And if you're completely able to overcome that, there is the story of Jesus who could walk on water. So that's the example of an avatar or an enlightened being who was able to overcome the limitations of 3D. So I believe that is possible with the right mindset, the right spiritual development. We can overcome any boundaries that we see in front of us.
I will just say this, that in the paranormal field, there's so many people. I mean, I have things that float across the room and move and do all kinds of stuff. But there's so many people that say that maybe they were lifted off their bed and stuff. And I'm like, did you have a nightmare? Were you sleeping? And they're like, no, just lifted off the bed. And I saw a video of a friend who had the sheets picked up and moved across him on video while he was sleeping. And I was like,
Wow, on video.
yes, on video. Oh man,
Wow.
I'd be a zillionaire if I would have gotten like wired my house when the remote floated across. It didn't go zing. I have a girlfriend thing zing out of her cabinets, but just floated across the room slowly at a diagonal and went to the ground. And I go, oh, that would have been good to have on camera. But
And a lot of
yeah.
animals can see and sense these things much more than human beings. They can see it. You see cats and dogs, their eyes sort of wander or their eyes light up and you're like, what? Or they bark. Dogs will bark into thin air and you're like, what are they barking at? So they can see things moving around,
Oh
energies
yeah.
and spirits.
Yeah, you always know, like they stare at a spot or something. So many people tell me that they're just like they knew that something was there, and they growl at the corner or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I've had some experience more with poltergeist kind of energies. So it's real. It's absolutely real, just like you and me are real.
How
That
would you deal with a poltergeist?
well, I think there are incantations and prayers that one can say that can help. How did I deal? How did I deal with it?
Or how would
Um,
you? It's
how
okay.
would I deal with it? I would gently ask it to leave. I would say that because I that
Yeah.
was that one was quite a disturbed entity, so it was I was actually on a trip in Israel, and this I was with someone else, and this poltergeist, I believe, was attached to him. So because I spent a lot of time with him, it was just a constant annoyance. And what was interesting was we were in groups of people, and the groups of people started to also experience things. And some of them, I think I started to tell them about this. It was called Chicken Man, and I started to talk about Chicken Man. And some of them did experience it, and some just wouldn't believe it. So sometimes it would be throwing forks against the wall, or always silly things, like putting books in people's room, or writing notes for people, or tapping them on the shoulder. That was something it enjoyed doing. So it was a troublemaker. It's sort of quirky, very quirky, and just playing around. But some of them just wouldn't believe it. They just couldn't.
Oh,
Their
David, I could
consciousness.
see you like, I send you love and I send you peace, and go off into the wonderful whatever. And I'd be saying, get out, Satan.
Yeah, I was pretty calm about it, because I think certain entities are stuck in this dimension, and it's helpful to help them cross over. And there's people who do that kind of work. I have a little bit of clearing experience, and I think setting the intention, saying prayers, incantations, incense. Definitely, I'm not a specialist in this area.
A lot of people say that poltergeists are just maybe some kind of energy, like if there's children or teenagers in the house, that they're doing those things. What do you think about that?
Uh, I would say that this discarnated energies, that these are lost souls that are often just couldn't accept what happened to them, couldn't accept not being alive in the physical world. So they're disincarnate. They're stuck in this dimension because by choice, because they just haven't accepted that it's time to cross over, and they're holding on to their life that they had before. So they wander around, and often they're a little bit agitated, I would say, and because they want attention, because it's the only way they can feel alive.
Or
Um,
yeah, maybe or communicate or something.
yeah,
No, I think that they're spirits, and whenever I go out with a group or whatever, if we get someone in that we know hasn't, crossed over, stayed there, then we do bring in that, ancestors or relatives or an archangel or something, and say, please show them the way over. But a lot of them,
yeah, because
they just
that's a
want to
big
go.
topic of crossing over, and I'm really interested in people crossing over, and it's called NDEs, near death experiences, and people have all sorts of different experiences. It's not a single experience, and often
Oh yeah.
there'll be spirits that come there to help you, to assist the process, and those are familiar to you. And often what you see is kind of based on what's going to keep you comfortable and make sure you don't kind of freak out. keep you just steady on, all right, gradually accepting that you're passing over. But most people, I think, pass over fairly um, effortlessly, simply because most of us, I, majority of us, sort of we have a time to realize that we're passing over. We getting much older, and as we get older, it becomes an inevitability, and we accept it, and we say what we need to say. So the agitation is often the sudden death, where people they just didn't expect it, they didn't see it coming, so they cannot accept it. But if you're 95 years old, and you've been gradually heading that way, I think most people just pass through quite easily.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of times we'll get, a spirit once in a while that waiting for their spouse to pass over, to pass. And
Yeah,
they said, no, we're good, good here. And, we get some angry people and the people that don't know that they passed on, things like that. But the majority, I'd say, do go over, and which is really a good thing. Near death experiences, I know a few people that went through them. And you know how you kind of expect, everybody says there's a tunnel and we'll go through the tunnel and all that. And one of my girlfriends, my really good girlfriend, I just dedicated the book to two people, and this book that just came out is dedicated to her. She's amazing because we can read each other's minds and stuff. It's just crazy. We practice. It's just crazy. But she said that she had experience of like Archangel Michael with a big flaming sword, and he did the sword and all the stuff, and said it wasn't her time and all that. And my grandmother died. She was dead for 45 minutes, and then she woke up in the morgue, and she walked the stairway to heaven.
Wow.
But St. Peter wasn't there, but she said Jesus was, and he said, no, you have to go back. And she counted the stairs back, and she woke up and just excited the whole hospital. So, but I came pretty close, and mine wasn't. I didn't have any of the tunnel and the lights and the archangels or anything. And so but what happened was, whatever happened, that's when the majority of everything came in, where a voice talked to me. What he said was a message. It was completely validated and happened. And I started knowing things and channeling and doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And, but I
Because
didn't get the tunnel or anything.
I was going to say that it can awaken people's psychic abilities and awake different abilities, and especially on a spiritual level. So it sounds like that happened for you.
I was pretty awake, but I wasn't doing anything about it. That one, I had to go because I said, I want to communicate more with this guy that was talking to me, because I knew that wasn't my thought. Very logical thinker. And I go, okay, did you have a stroke? Did you have a heart attack? How many fingers are you holding up? And I go, okay, I'm all right. But what odd thing, I know that wasn't my thought. And then everything, the message he had for my family member, everything was true. And that's when I went, okay, there's a way to communicate with something that you can't see, and something I knew was from the other side. So I just went after it looking. And I think right now, David, so many people are doing that. They're running after the spiritual stuff and trying to figure out stuff and connect and all of that.
Yeah, chasing after rainbows.
Well, the funny thing about that is there's a song about that, and it came in my head a couple of hours ago, and I even sang part of it. And I go, why did that come in my head? And you just said it.
But
I love
I
when
do
those
think
things happen.
I do think the last 20 years, people's psychic abilities have become heightened, and a lot of people have the ability to channel, and people are becoming more aware of it. It's becoming more widespread. 20 years ago, it was just very few people who were able to do that, and now it's becoming
Yeah.
more around.
I did go to someone's home. Well, she's very spiritual, and I went through the process because I think it'd be really interesting to have someone come and actually speak through me. It did not get up to that part, it didn't. And I know I'm a control freak, and so it's just me. And I go, really, do I want somebody? I tried it before, and a big shadow came on the wall, and there was nobody there. The big shadow came, and there was a person with me, and we're watching. And I was going, I don't think so. So I tried again, and I go, oh, I know, no.
Wow.
That's just a control thing of being relaxed enough to let somebody come in and
Yeah, because
figure it out.
there's some powerful energies out there, and I think people do channel angels, and Archangel Michael's really popular. The angel with the sword, the blue angel with
Mhm.
the sword. and they come to people in dreams as well. They can assist us in our path. That's what it's all about, to have their help, get their help for us to achieve our potential and to realize our purpose on this planet, our dharma in the Buddhist parlance. And actually,
I talk to them all the time.
oh, awesome.
Constantly,
Wonderful.
because my thing is that you need to ask them, you need to ask them for help. What specifically could they help you with? So I'm always doing it, but I know I'm going to tell you, I tell people, it doesn't matter what you ask for. When I do a reading, I don't know if there's other readers out there that would go, well, that's how they want to know. It's always love or whatever. And I go, this is important to them. No matter what they ask you to read is important to them. And so for me, you can ask the angels anything. So what do I ask Archangel Michael for? Could you get the traffic going, Michael? Please, Archangel Michael, get those people out of here, because I'll get stuck in traffic. I ask for parking spaces, to the point my sister goes, how in the world do you always park right in front of the store? I have to park way out there. I never get a parking space. And I said, I ask archangels to do it. Get it together. I'm on my way to the store. I need a place to park. But I ask for the important things too, for everything. And also, God and Jesus. I believe in all of that. But I think we need to ask, could you help me out? I need this. Let's see.
Yeah, I think we all need some assistance, and it's to be a clear channel, I think, is another question, because when you receive messages, sometimes does it come from your subconscious mind, or does it come from a higher spirit or your spirit guide? How do you tell the difference? Because sometimes I get a message and I'm not. I think it just takes more practice to really differentiate between the self and outside of that, because the subconscious mind speaks to us too.
I really feel like whatever comes in and is meant to be spoke, and I know, and I'm so used to it since I literally do readings every day and stuff, and that when it comes in and I can hear it, I go, okay. And I use tools. I use divination tools. I use the tarot, and it's very, very clear. And I just sit there and I can tell the most outlandish story ever. And the people go, exactly what's happening. And I'm like, okay. But also, if you have a lot of wisdom and logic, this is good, because we are bringing that up and giving it to someone as well. So I really don't think it matters to know how it's coming in, as long as you can trust it, rely on it, it's validated, do it.
Yeah, I think it's I mean, I started writing. I've been writing for many years, but I remember people saying that I was channeling, and I just wasn't sure who I was channeling. So that was another question.
I have to fan. It is, I think it would be 34 plus degrees Celsius.
It's getting. I was hot in the middle of the night. I turned the air conditioner on at 2 a.m. So I understand. I don't like to sleep with the air conditioning on, but if I'm waking up hot, then it's a sign I need some assistance. So luckily, fortunately for me, I can call upon assistance. But I do think we can channel dark entities. I've heard of those kind of cases. There are dark entities out there.
It's possession, I think.
Well, it's not all light and love. I think if you think of, a lot of people talk about aliens and whatever, and a lot of them are really good, but not all of them are good. You've got to.
People don't do this. They don't put the protections in. And then it's just like the Ouija board. They do that. Hey, anybody come in? I'll talk to you and all that. I'm like, and did you end it? Did you protect it? Only good things coming in? And it's like, no, we're just playing around. And I said, well, say hello to your new demon. But I do feel like that people can have couple things. They could have a dark entity come in, or just a spirit that can do it, come in, and not necessarily a guide. So they have to be careful of what is, happening, and can be really scary. And then it can also entertain maybe something if in their mental state coming through. And, we have cases of schizophrenia and stuff. So I think people have to be really careful. They have to,
Yeah, because the realm of mental health is an interesting one, and often people have mental health issues associated with spiritual experiences, and I think both are happening. A lot of people with mental health issues have a very high spiritual connection. I do find their discernment isn't always very strong. Their boundaries aren't very strong. So anything can come in, because often they're so open that they're actually too open, that they're not able to say no. They kind of say yes to everything. And saying yes to everything, it can actually be dangerous. If you just let everyone come into your house, most people are very nice, but not everyone has good intentions. And so discernment is really crucial. And I do find that mental health often is associated with a bit of a lack of discernment, with too much openness, with not knowing how to navigate what is real, what is not real, what is good, what is not good. So discernment is the key.
well, that is in the Bible, discernment of spirits. And my girlfriend actually, she can do this. We were wondering, like, because of what I can do and what she can do, discernment of spirits. I go, what are we here for? Is there going to be like apocalypse and we got to work? What is it? But she actually can see, and I don't want to put a line to her, so I'm not going to say her name or anything, but an energy line. But the fact is that she will see the things that are more like demon, evil, and she can see what they really look like. And we may see somebody driving a car and just go, nope, demon, type of thing. And so that is because of, she was born with a veil, by the way, and she was always super psychic. And spirits would come up and mumble. She could never understand what they were saying. But what happened was she can see people, spirits, that what they really are. And so I'm glad I don't have that. I don't think I want that. I have a psychic alarm, but it's down in my abdomen, and that goes off.
Yeah.
There's trouble.
And I was just thinking of sometimes talking about demons, you see them on the road, you see them driving. I was just thinking there's a tiny little road. It's this small, and I was turning around my car, and I saw, there's someone. I felt like, I better just see what they're doing. And they raced like behind me and there was space on there. They just raced through past me, and I was like, what was that? Because they just were like a Formula One racing car taking off, and I was just still. I reversed back and I was just holding still, watching, and I was like, what was that? Like, so there are people who are demons on the road.
I'm talking the grotesque things that, look really scary. But she can see them.
Yeah, so I think it's always important to realize with light comes dark, and the duality, the polarity, and
they walk among us.
Yeah, we need to always bring more light and conquer dark, and
yes,
wherever we may find it. So, and often we need to look within, because it's within ourselves. Instead of always looking outside, look inside of yourself. So I think so many of the great sages would teach, look within. Start with yourself.
I think that's great, but everybody needs to like put your words in.
Yeah, we need to do both. We need to do both. Absolutely. We need to
Would you like to do
It's
some
like
readings?
weeding out things in the garden. It's the same thing.
Yep.
Weed
Would you
out the
like to
bad
do
things.
readings with me?
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
some
I have a little list
readings.
here. We're going to get to who we can, and we take them in
I just see
order.
some beautiful names, and I love some names. I just was like, oh, what a wonderful name. I don't know if you have that with names.
Oh,
Some of them
yes.
just have a beautiful, it's like they have an energy about them, because they do have an energy. Each letter has an energy, and each name has an energy. So
I'll see one and go, well, I want that name.
yeah, I used to do that with I used to think about children. I used to always think, and I kept a list of all my favorite names. I have a lot of, actually.
You're going to have a lot of children, David.
Well, I manifested something different. I don't know if people are comfortable talking about this, but I am a donor. So yes,
Oh, I didn't know
haven't.
that. Yes.
Yeah, I haven't
Thank you
had
for
a.
your service.
Yes, I haven't actually had a I've been single, call it that. I've been single, so I haven't had that kind of romantic relationship. However, I have manifested that in a different way. So I was manifesting all these names. So God names all these children are out there with beautiful names, I'm sure.
Oh, when I was little, the first name I wanted for my baby was Banana.
Wow.
I was going to name my kid Banana.
I never met a banana before.
I know, nobody. I was a kid, and then, but if it would have happened, I would have loved to have Briar Rose.
Oh,
And
that's
I
beautiful.
would have loved that. I would have loved that. I just named dogs like Carmel.
Oh yeah, that's very special. I named a dog, and I felt so happy. I named her Coco, and she's a small little black dog, and I just love that name, and it just represents her so well. So it's very special, and it's kind of this divine aspect of human beings, that we can give a name to something, because in the biblical theology, the world was worded into creation. It was language. The first thing was the word. So our words are very powerful, and as human beings, we can put this word into vibration, into energy, into manifestation.
Let me tell you this. My husband's ancestor, his name was Hate Evil. That was his name.
Hate Evil.
Hate Evil was his name. Hey, Hate Evil, come on over. I mean, like, that. Hate Evil. But that would be a powerful name. That's for sure. But, we're going back a long time. We have the 100 and whatever gazillion year old Bible. We're like, really? Seriously? Hate evil? Okay. Linda, I'm going to connect to your energy. David usually like a photo, but maybe the unicorn will work.
Oh, I love that unicorn. And I had a reading recently, and we're bringing in all this unicorn energy and unicorn cards. And she was saying, bring in the unicorns. So she has a beautiful unicorn cards. So I like that unicorn energy.
Magical. But for some reason, I want like a rainbow colored drink or a marshmallow. Just like unicorns are neat. Like, we should talk about spirit animals sometime. Ask everybody what their favorite animal.
Yeah.
Favorite animal. Yeah.
We can bring them in to support us, and how awesome is that? I've got a spirit animal meditation on YouTube if anyone wants to check that out. I think it's about 20 minutes, so it's fun. It's fun to do that.
All your information's in the description of the show, you guys. So please. And I think there's a thing where you can even get a hold of David and
Yeah,
Houston's
so
there,
if anyone
everything.
wants to meet their spirit guide, their spirit animal, just yeah, it's a guided meditation, so it's fun. Just don't do it when you're driving. That's the only thing. Just do it where you have some quiet time on your own.
Okay, Linda, psychic. You know, the card that came down for you, Linda, is fantastic. This is when we're all about getting our desires and reaching our goals, making a change for the better, home, career, everything. I want to see the world. You came up with one of the best cards, and that's the world card, and it should be that way. Manifest all that stuff in. I do get that there may be a little bit of decision that you need to make, maybe not seeing clearly. Sorry, I dropped the card, which means nothing. And it is being a little stuck on a decision. So do an affirmation. I see clearly every day. I see the right decision and I take it. You're going to make a change in the house. I feel like we're going to get a different place to live, or we're going to fix it up or make it more comfortable, bring in feminine energy or something. I feel really good about that. I see this in the future. Past position, I don't know. Do you have a money making idea? Because this is the magician card. I feel like creative, money making ideas. Maybe you can make a product. I get it already done. I really feel like you have something there. Super creative. I do get the Knight of Cups for you. Sometimes we call it the romantic dreamer, but I do always say, hey, you would be good at manifesting. I do get a woman here. I'm, you know, just going to describe anybody that comes in. This could be you or someone else, a good ally if it's someone else. I feel like a business minded woman, somebody who is very independent and self-assured, and I feel like ambition is the theme in this person's life. Like, I'm going to be the best, so this person does show here. I do get a celebration or a party either now or coming up, but I get the high priestess card. Very psychic, very psychic. Okay. I get you having to really think about the future, but I want you to face your fears. Sit down and I really don't tell people to do this, but I want you to sit down and just look at the things that you need to work on, that you need to get over. You need to face the fears. You need to put that aside finally. So, and I've never told that. I've done thousands and thousands of readings. I've never told anybody that, but do that. There's something that you need to get over, make it happen. Okay. So that's what I have for you.
All right, Linda. So the first card that pops out is Angel of Balance. So that kind of energy, it kind of follows what Debbie was saying, that stay centered, honor your choices, but become really clear what decisions are lined up for you. It's kind of like a little bit of it's saying to you that there are areas of your life that are not balanced and it's affecting you, and it's saying there's a strong destiny awaiting for you if you stay balanced and build a solid foundation of emotional balance, equanimity, and it's basically being in sync. So being in sync with the past, being in sync with the present, and that will bring in and manifest the energies for the present and the future. So remain conscious of what your goals are, what your physical and emotional energy is doing. So get really clear with your goals. Cut off the stuff that's not working for you. Have the right intention. So I picked some other cards. I am seeing opportunities. Different possibilities are out there for you. So it's not 100% you're going one way or another way. So just be really discerning with that. I am seeing an attachment card. So clean away some of the attachments you're holding. That's going to really help. Maybe even clearing up the house. So removing old things and getting a professional cleaning job done. So really clear the energy. But another warning, other cards coming in. There is a storm warning. There is a little bit of turbulence ahead. There's a healing card coming in. Goddess of the moon. There's a beautiful femininity coming in. And finally, the outcome card I've picked for you is the peony, the courageous peony, which is a beautiful multifaceted flower, and it's saying that this is you. Let yourself be seen. So you have a unique nature, and like the flowers don't open or close according to what day it is or who walks past. They just open it for the sun and come out for the sun. And this is important for you to embrace all that you are and show it to the world around you, like the beautiful peony, and be a little bit more courageous to open up, trust the timing of nature, and let yourself be seen. Let yourself be seen. That's important, because the world around you is waiting for you to express your gifts, and a lot of these gifts are just waiting to come out, and the world's being denied your uniqueness when you're not expressing that in the world. So there's something you're longing to bring into the world, and please start to take action on that and allow yourself to be a flower expressing yourself in the world. So thank you, Linda.
Oh, that's so nice. Linda, you will fix up your house. And just, I really feel like you got some kind of idea that may make money. So just FYI on that. Diana's next. Pretty. Your eyes. I'm like, wow. A peacock. That's a great spirit animal. Wow.
Wow, that is really cool.
Yes. You guys totally check out his meditation. All the links are in the description. Diana, the lover's card comes down for you. So that's making choices in love and romance, or thinking about romance or love. So this is very good. Crossing you in temporary energy is like, I want a new beginning. I want a new start. Hello, I want a new start. And that's fine. I have the Ace of Cups in the future, which is open heart, blessings, and joy. That's wanting that love to come in and having it. FYI, there's a little bit of fertility, if applicable, on this card, but it's really a great love card. So I always say be careful. But anyway, it's open heart, blessings, and joy, ready for love. Past position is a moon card, so you are communicating with the other side. You may probably get more clarity at night or your dreams, okay? Which shows me you're already communicating with the other side. Okay, let's talk about money, because there's a lot of stuff here. I want you to save your money, be careful with it, budget it, okay? I think that if you're waiting for a big pile to come or a significant amount, you do have a wait for that. So I want you to watch your money. It shows me a celebration. I love this, like a party or something on your path, as well as the Emperor card. The Emperor card is my mentor or teacher card. So if you don't feel like you're a mentor or a teacher, then somebody comes in that can show you how to do something. And it's really great. I feel like this person would have a lot of wisdom. So I like that position. Shows me whatever you regularly do to make money is kind of what's going to happen. Again, watch your money and budget it. But I get the entrepreneurial card for you. It's coming home to success is what this card's about. To me, it's an entrepreneurial card of a home-based business or doing something on the side. So absolutely good reading. Just watch that money. Okay, there. She connects with your spirit guides and angels. Yeah, remember at night, good time at night.
Fantastic. Thank you, Diana. I'm seeing a couple of cards that almost have a romantic feel to them. So there's beautiful energy coming in for you romantically. But it can also have to do with friendship. It doesn't have to be romantic love. That is coming forward to your caring connection. It's usually between two people. There's something deepening there. There's something awaiting for you, an appearance of new love. I mean, it is possible that this indicates a business partnership, but I feel like this is more to do with a karmic connection, to do with love. And there's also another card coming in, which is it's a thinking man card. So it says there's a very thoughtful and reflective man who's could be a teacher in your life now, or he will arrive soon. So he's there to educate you on your chosen direction. So there may be some mental, spiritual, and emotional lessons for you to learn from this teacher. So pay attention to someone who could be a mentor that's going to help you in your personal and professional growth. But just with the male cards, there can be a love interest. So both of these are not 100% love interest, but it does indicate that there's love coming your way. But it also says to tune into Archangel Raphael, who's a healing angel. So that will help you maintain your high vibration, because I feel you have a green energy around you, which is almost turquoise. And there's some gentle waves of energy in your heart center, which are very tender and gentle and important for the world. So people like you, I think it's beautiful we have that in the world. So there's definitely a readiness for you to give and receive love. And there is a card for you that says that it says face your true north. So I feel like there's you resist being yourself a lot sometimes, because there's so many people in the world doing different things, and we tend to sort of think, well, how should I act? How should I be? So in a way, I would say embrace your weirdness, embrace your quirkiness, express that more. Don't worry too much about what other people are doing, because you are here to be you. You're here to do you. And so that's really an important message, to do you. And then you'll find your true north if you keep really true to yourself and not follow other people. Really embrace your uniqueness, because the world needs people like you, and it needs you to be who you really are. So don't care about what other people are saying or thinking. Just stay true to yourself. So that's the outcome for you, Diana.
Look at that. You had, healing and all that. I'm looking at her comments. I'm going, yes, yes. So good. She said you're spot on. That is great. Okay. I'm going to, Mary Ann asked after that. So let me go up and find her. Hello. Okay, Miriam, you wanted a general, by the way. She put general. So let me just tell you, I think that you are ready to go somewhere, ready to get going on something, or really to take a trip or something. I get this energy crossing you of a man, and a very can be fatherly type of energy. I feel like not a real loud personality. I don't feel like it's an angel or anything, but there could be somebody that you're thinking of or coming in. I feel very kind-hearted and loyalty with this person. So he would maybe like to be in nature or be around water. So I kind of get that there. In the future, it says that you might be juggling money, so manifest for it in. Past position, coming home to success. So I do feel like that you may have done something here to get some creative things going. And sometimes this can be to get about a business or something like that. So very good. It can literally be coming home to success as well. Okay, in your reading, it says that we have a celebration. Sometimes this is an engagement card. It's really great. A big party, something coming in. I do feel like that you'll be tending to kind of go along with whatever happens. Whatever's good for everybody's good for you. I don't just want to go smoothly. And that's fine. It does show me almost like a healing card, which is really good. I feel like a healing path, as well as I do feel like that you will manifest a trip in. Okay. You have this card of feeling like I'm unsupported or alone. Sometimes I use it, if I'm doing a specific question, I'll use it as a betrayal card. So I do feel like you feel kind of alone in something. And you may be manifesting a big change, and I see that happening, and it'll be for the better. Okay, it'll be good. You have to trust what's ahead when you're manifesting, when you ask for it, when you're dreaming about it, when you're, talking to the angels to bring this to me. I want you to trust what's ahead because you're manifesting that path. Okay. So I get this card like, I don't really trust what's ahead. You can know it because you're asking for it. You're putting it out there to the universe. So do manifest. But I do see a real good, big positive change, almost like a transformation for you, which is really great. That's what I have.
So thank you, Mariam. I get a happy card, a happy feeling. It's like a happy family card, actually. There's a rainbow, and so I feel like there's a very positive family connection happening for you. Joy and celebration, close connections, and really appreciate the value of this loving family members, relatives, friends that are bringing high vibration to your life force. Because I feel like sometimes you're getting a bit weighed down with life and you're getting really busy. So remember to spend time with friends and family and loved ones. I think that's really important that you find that vibration. So this card can indicate there's a relationship waiting for you. If you haven't met this man yet, it could be that the destiny is there for you to have a family, but it could also mean that there's a celebration coming up, so there's time to enjoy. So that's really important. I've also got, I mean, when I picked these cards, it was like, it really looks like this is in a romantic sense. So if you haven't met this one, it could be someone you're going to meet. That the card in the center is the angel of love, which is I don't know if you can see that. No, maybe not. Angel of love. It's a beautiful card. It's has a woman with a heart, with a beautiful heart around her heart, if that makes sense. A pink heart around her heart.
She's invisible. There.
Can you see her? There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, you can see her. She's an angel. So this is just literally an angel of love with roses and rose-colored wings. And she holds a rose quartz heart, radiating this tender love and tender loving vibration, I would say. So she's bringing you compassion and affection. She also represents you. So this card actually represents you. So this angel of love is you, and you're looking for this intimate connection with someone in your life. So she's here to bring you tenderness, and she's also here to say that you have this compassion within you. There is this man holding a coin, and this man that means he's already successful. So he's going to help you with money, with business, and in helping you increase your finances and bring more value and success into your life. So that could indicate an important love connection coming in for you. The outcome card is trust the timing. Really let go of needing to know everything, because you have this desire to want to know everything, and just trust that you're on a wave and good things are going to come for you. You can manifest good things, that you are supported. You do have time on your side. So please don't spend your time worrying about things that will take you away from the moment, because the moment is where you're going to experience all the joy, and you're not missing out on anything. Keep trusting that all is going to come to you, and enjoy being on the wave, because life essentially is a wave, and we always have some things to work out. So try and bring joy to this life experience. And there is no rush, so you don't need to feel rushed. Just keep trusting the timing. That's the main message. Trust the timing. Good things will come. Good things will come in for you, Mariam.
That was great. You guys, we are at just over the top of the hour, and we need to end the show. but we will be here next week, right, David? Next week?
Yeah, next week.
I have already put the show up. It's all ready to go. This was really great. And thank you guys for all the positivity that you bring in your comments. And we couldn't get to everyone, so I'm sorry for that, but it happens. And so be early. Be early. I put you on a list.
And let us know any discussion topics you want us to discuss. I think we did receive some. We haven't got to some of those yet. So
I know, we can start talking.
Yeah, feel free to contact us. We can always have something more specific that we talk about.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you guys, thank you so much. And you guys have a great week. And bye-bye, everybody.